Arnie's looking at me like, why are you clapping?
I good boy, yes? I good boy.
Yeah.
I good boy. I guess I was just too excited. I was like, all right, let's get this train
Let's just
rolling.
get her going.
Ready to go. Hello, Cinema Peeps.
Hey, Cinema Peeps.
Ooh, welcome to a late night Talkie Tuesday. I know
Yes.
what words are. Words are my first language. I know what words are.
Well, literally just moments ago, basically. Minutes ago, the Oscars happened.
Yes.
And we wanted to do a reaction podcast, I guess, or just our thoughts after having witnessed and watched all of the events that unfolded. And we wanted to get it out as soon as possible because, I mean,
hell yeah,
it was a roller coaster. Let's just say that.
It was indeed.
Mostly good things, but
yes.
it took a few little scary dips. So
yes.
let's dive into it.
Yes. What was my thought? I thought the hosts were great. Got the three ladies, and they opened up with some good banger jokes. Like, I felt like for the first half, like, it was, like, really enjoyable. And then literally, I think they hit adaptive screenplay with Shawn Mendes and, oh my god, what? I can't think of her name. She's in Blackish.
I
can't think.
No, what's her name?
No.
I know who you're talking about. Tracy Ellis Ross.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, their bit. After that, I was like, so we dipped in money and paying the writers? Because literally, like, everything after that, I was like, ugh.
Right?
Oof. Like, the first set, bangers. Everyone did great. Like, the chemistry between the people were great. And then literally after that, it just felt like halfway. I feel like that was maybe the halfway mark. And they're just like, all right, we're done making jokes. We are too tired.
Right?
And they did, like, weird written segments. And I was like, which then makes it feel like really long. Because I was going to say that first half, like, I thought it was good pace. That went by fast. And then that second half hit. And I was like, what?
You're like, what's happening? Yeah, no, definitely. I agree.
Jokes were slow. The bits were weird.
Also, it was a little jarring when they'd, like, it would just be the voice that would come on and be like, here's the nominees. And the winner is, like, immediately. There was no, like,
I noticed that
there.
a couple of times. Or, like, they're already walking up.
Yeah, they're already, like, on the stage.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, I was going to say, their music cutoffs weren't very good.
No, yeah.
I felt so bad for the guy for Drive My Car.
Right? He kept trying to, like, say his speech, and then they played him off. Like,
I don't think he took that long. Like, maybe he took, like, that kind of awkward pause.
Yeah.
But, like, then they just started playing music, and he was like, actually. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
They had a lot of weird cuts like that. And even in the, I don't know. I was watching on CTV. I don't know if it's really different on what channel you watch it on. But when Will Smith did his speech, there was, like, one part where they just flashed up the Oscar title card.
Yeah, same too. I think we watched it on ABC. I can't remember if it was maybe it was CTV. We watched it too. Yeah, and they kept flashing it was, like, between the Oscar title card and, like, the Serena and Venus Williams family.
Right?
So it was just like Oscars, and it was them being like,
right?
It was like, okay.
So I don't know if there was, like, another camera that just, like, took a nosedive or something.
Or if they were really panicking about, like, what if they should be showing everything that he was talking about, or
I guess we could still hear the dialogue. So I was like, this is just more jarring than before. Like,
right?
Why?
Well, and my dad too was saying, like, obviously we'll dive into what we're talking about after this for the people who haven't watched the Oscars. But my dad was saying, like, they were already, like, showing screenshots of, like, everybody's reactions from what was happening in the audience. So I wonder if, like, there were people just not, like, they were trying to look for, like, fillers of people's reactions to his speech, and, like, all the reactions maybe weren't great, or
maybe.
I don't know, right? So
maybe, yeah. But yeah, that was rough. And yeah, they were, like, writing off. Oh, what was the other one? Was it for costume design for? Oh, that was no, it wasn't costume design because that was Corella. It was one of the ones for Dune. Oh, maybe it was visual effects, and that fourth guy literally walked up to the mic, and then they played the music on him.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what? And again, maybe I feel like they do have a screen where they can see you know, like the nominees, like, or the winners, sorry, like talking.
Yeah.
But I guess I mean, that's always the quirks of doing a live show, right? You
Right?
don't know. Like, you kind of take your best guess, but
Well, and the director
feel
has to
so
call the shots sometimes too, right? And if they're running
yeah,
behind schedule, he's just got to be like, sorry, we got to, get it off, get him off, get him off,
right.
So who knows?
But yeah, I felt bad. Yeah, with Drive My Car guy, and director, and the guy from Dune visual effects.
Yeah.
I felt so bad. I was like, oh, poor guys.
Right?
Like, yeah, this is my moment. I just want to say, like, generally they're just like, I want to say thanks to my lovely family and blah 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 blah. You know, but nope. Get off the stage. Nobody fucking wants you.
Right.
Get off the stage. Although,
That's good.
So we filled out our little Oscar sheet. I had a little
Nice.
party and I filled out my little Oscar sheet. I did change a couple of my picks. Some for the best, some I probably just should have left. But
Oh yeah.
me and my mom tied. We both got 11 right.
Nice.
So we tied.
Awesome.
But obviously Coda, thank gosh.
Yay.
Yes.
Yes.
Fucking love it. Honestly, like, I mean, the joke at that point, my friends were like, is Dune gonna win? Because Dune was just sweeping everything.
I was
right?
nervous it was going to win. I was like, oh no. Like, it really took, I was shocked at how many awards it took home.
Right? Like, I honestly expected for it to take a couple for sure.
Yeah.
But 6, like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was, nominated for 8 things?
I think so
8-ish?
overall, yeah.
So, like, 6 out of 8. That's a good test score right there.
Right?
That's pretty good. I just joked, I was like, as long as it's not licorice pizza. My boycott was like, if licorice pizza wins anything, like, I'm done with the Oscars. I don't want to. No more Oscars. No more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Licorice pizza does not deserve anything, but, it's my 2 cents.
Right? No, yeah, I'm happy Coda won Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
That made me really happy just because I personally, not that none of the other films weren't great in their own right, but I feel like Coda definitely had the best overall just story and like heart, and the fact that it's unique in the sense that, it's about the deaf community, and just if it was a female director and writer who wrote it, which I didn't realize, honestly. I didn't delve that far into the information, but that's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
And then we obviously have the two, the mom and the dad. The mom won back in the 80s. She was the first deaf actress to win an Oscar.
That's what I should have clued into when they said that he was the second. And then my friend's like, who was the first? And my dumb ass was like, yeah, I wonder who. And I was like,
right? That's
what
I did too. So I Googled it, and they said, yeah, his co-star actually won back in the 80s. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So now he's the first deaf male actor to win an Oscar, which is awesome.
Fucking totes. I'm sad it wasn't nominated for more stuff, but I am glad that it won, for best picture and best adapted screenplay.
Yes, and then obviously best supporting actor, which I think.
Oh yeah, sorry, my boy,
definitely, definitely well deserved for all of those things. I'm glad it won recognition for all of those.
100%.
Yeah.
Jessica Chastain won for Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Yeah, I liked her speech too. I really admired her speech. It was very, very nice, very classy.
I know at that point, like, my mom was kind of like, it's kind of political, and I was like, to be fair, up to this point, like, Ozma's been pretty tame. You know what?
Yeah,
let her have her 5 minutes. You know? And I get that some people will argue where it's like, it's person of privilege, speaking on these things, but I think it's important that they are using their spotlight to shine.
Exactly.
These topics, so
they
I don't mind.
For the most part, they do it for a reason, because they know there's a lot of eyes watching all at once live, and it's their chance to kind of say something. And for the most part, I think she was fairly well intended in what she was saying. She seemed to be very passionate about it, and very genuine. So I admired that.
As I say, genuine and pretty much to the point.
Yes.
I feel like the ones that are obviously unsuccessful is the kind of like the weird, ungenuine ones. The ones that
lecture-y kind of
they're kind of like all over the place in terms of like what they're saying.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing? And like weird like self-praise to themselves.
Yeah.
And and you're like, huh? Where it's like, wow, this film, we top dog, and you're like, okay, just take your award and
just
please leave.
Yeah.
But what was the one that Belfast went up for? With director Kenneth Branagh had to go up for? Was it Best Original Screenplay?
Best original screenplay, yes.
I was happy for that. Again, they didn't win as many as I thought they were, but like...
And I didn't realize that was actually based off of his own childhood experience.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's why it was so special to him, and because they during the red carpet they were talking about like the different stuff like that, and they had mentioned, and I think he kind of mentioned it in his speech too, but they mentioned that like that's where that is where he drew the inspiration from, is because it was like part of his childhood, where he grew up and stuff like that. Yeah.
See, I didn't watch any pre-red carpet things. We were getting ready for the party.
Yeah.
We were getting our snacks together, making our drinks. So
important,
right? So that's really cool. I really like that's.
Yeah.
Tootles. What was the other thing? Yeah, Dune just sweeping up the nation because
literally. So I just was very surprised at how many it took home. I have not seen it, and now I will definitely watch it.
It's on Crave.
Yeah, it's on Crave, so I will give it a watch and see what all the hype is about. Yeah.
I'm pretty that. Although I will say, for animated film, I am happy in Canto 1, but I watched about 15 minutes. I thought I'd have time to watch the whole movie for the Oscars for The Mitchells versus the Machines.
Mm-hmm.
Did not watch like 15 minutes, but I was like, damn. Like in 15 minutes, I was already like, this is actually really good.
I see, and I've been wanting to watch it too.
15 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you this right now, girl. I was already tearing up like first 15 minutes.
Really? Ooh.
But to be fair, like I don't know how much this really spoils it, but it's a story of like a girl going to film school.
Oh,
so,
really?
There you go.
Okay, yeah.
I wonder why.
It hit a little close to home.
Right? But again, I can only watch the first 15 minutes. I was only able to cram 15 minutes in.
Hey, if a movie can get you that quickly, you know it's a good one.
Right? And the animation style was crazy.
Yeah, I've seen like little
really cool.
little teasers of it everywhere, and it does look really cool. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that one too.
But also my friend, because when I had a little Oscar party, one of my friends was like I think I told her the week of, she's like, I don't have time. What do you think I should watch? I was like, well, I'd tell you Coda, but you don't have Apple Plus. But she ended up watching, I can't remember, like 3 of the Best Pictures and 2 of the other movies that are she watched Tick Tick Boom and Being the Ricardos. So nice. I was like, that's a pretty good sweep. And she's like, I watched them all in 2 days. I was like, damn, girl.
Nice.
But also, I'm going to say this right now to my mother. So I'm getting a little off track. But when we, way back in February, did our predictions, we're like, oh, we're going to watch the movies. I made a list of the Best Pictures. Yep. And again, other movies that were nominated, lots. So Tick Tick Boom, Being the Ricardos. I think I had Spencer on there and the Macbeth one, a couple other things too.
Yep. And
I think it had to have been maybe early March, like that last week when West Side Story was free.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point, I was like, hey, like that's the last free one. Like, do we want to do like these other free ones maybe? Because like I think Belfast, you still have to pay full price and yada, yada, yada. Just hoping like the other ones would go down in rental price. And Mom's like, no, we have to watch all the Best Pictures first. So I was like, okay, fine. So then last night we had to watch Drive My Car, 3 hours with subtitles. And my mom was like,
I didn't realize it was 3 hours. And when I heard that, I was like, oh.
Well, it's only 2 hours and 59 minutes.
Still, that's a lot of reading.
Yeah. And then of course my mom's like, maybe we should watch Being the Ricardos. And I was like, no, this is the last one I am watching all 10. I'm not a quitter. And she goes, well, like, I don't know, like, maybe we should. And I was like, I asked you if you wanted to watch that earlier. And you said, no, we had to watch all the Best Pictures. And then she had the fucking audacity to be like, I think that was you. And I was like, Mommy!
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we just kid.
Tries to throw you under the bus.
I know. The audacity. So, sorry. The weird tangent of that is my friend who watched Tick Tick Boom and Being Ricardos, she said she really liked them. And I know you said you really like Tick Tick Boom. So hopefully this next following weeks, we'll probably take a little break from watching movies, but those will be
the next one's up.
Yeah, right on the docket.
Nice. Awesome.
But, yeah, I think that was my point. I don't remember my point.
I will say, though, I liked the fact that the stage, like the kind of decoration they had on the stage, was very reminiscent of James Bond.
Ooh, yes.
And then I liked that, kind of later on in the show, they did like add some colors for the Ukraine, which was nice.
Oh wow, I'm dumb. I missed that.
It was, well, I mean, it was definitely subtle if you
Right.
weren't really like looking for it, but yeah, like throughout the rest of the show, I think pretty much the lights were all yellow and blue, and some of the celebrities had like the little pins and the ribbons and stuff, which was nice too, and yeah, so that was nice at least. They had a moment of silence too, which was nice. But yeah.
Yes, and then said that we should go spend our money. I was like,
right,
thanks.
Right. I'm like, okay,
again, I should just appreciate the sentiment. But
yes,
again,
yes.
I was just kind of like,
I know Sean Penn apparently said he would melt his Oscar if they didn't allow President Zelensky to speak at the Oscars.
Okay, Sean Penn. Were you reliving your character from Licorice Pizza, who's also kind of crazy?
Well, he is a bit of an odd duck, that's for sure. But
I mean, I guess I don't want to get too political. I don't know really what that would have done, but I feel like Homeboy's got other things to deal with than speak at the Oscars. Like, no offense. Like, I think
right. I'm like, at this very moment, I'm sure he's very, very busy preoccupied with other things.
I can't think of
the gesture.
What it could
I
be.
Understand.
Right? Like maybe next year.
Maybe.
I know I'm making a big assumption that the world's gonna heal in like 9 months.
Everything's gonna be great. Yeah.
But maybe once things settle down, then sure. But like. Homeboy, he's busy. He got shit to do. Okay. Well, thank you, Sean Penn. Your weirdness.
Yes. Your intentions were good at least.
Right? Ooh, original song, actually. I was surprised that Bond won. But
yeah, me too.
Because I was talking with my friends, and I was like, well, I know Adele won, but I was curious if Bond has ever. I was like, did they win earlier? And they have. So Adele won for Skyfall.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sam Smith won the following year for Spectre.
Yes,
and
that's
now,
right.
So they have a 3 Oscar winning streak.
3 streak, yeah.
Just kind of cool.
That is cool.
Again, it's a lovely song, but I've listened to different remixes of the song that I think is better. But whatever. Here, there. I'm happy. They seem very happy, And
I mean, props to her, because she's how old? Like in her early 20s now, I think.
I try not
she's
to
already...
think about that, because then
but she's already won
mortality, and I go,
right?
I've done nothing of value on this earth.
Well, it's just amazing to be like she's in her early 20s, this young girl, talented girl, obviously, and she's won a handful of Grammys already. Who knows what other awards and an Oscar? Like, how many young kids can say that, right? Like I think that's pretty cool for her, at least. So,
and I will say, although Phineas said something weird in his speech, it was like, "Thank you to our parents, who are great parents and great humans." I was like, "Are they aliens? Are they
right?
are they little gerbils running like a flesh machine?"
Yeah, are you trying to tell us something? Like
that's. I mean, I know it wasn't the weirdest thing, but when you're 2 drinks in, you're like, "Huh? What the fuck?
Where am I?" Yeah.
What do you mean by that? But whatever. It was a nice sentiment that I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Yeah, Dune, visual effects, sound, production design, original score, film editing. Honestly, I'm kind of sad Tick Tick Boom didn't win for that, but
right. I was a little sad that it kind of got snubbed for awards, but at least it did. Like, they did do some good acknowledgments. I'm glad Jessica Chastain acknowledged her
co-star.
Her co-star and stuff like that. So Andrew Garfield did at least get some good acknowledgments, which was nice. But yeah, considering the content of the story of the film and stuff like that, it would have been nice for it to win. But it's definitely gonna have its community of appreciation and acknowledgments out there, because it's part of an iconic part of Broadway. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, hopefully I'll get that done finally after post Oscars.
Nice. Yes.
Because I mean, not to undercut anyone who won tonight, but just because you don't get an Oscar does not mean it's not a great film.
Exactly.
Again, not to cut anyone, because again, everyone works hard on I don't think there's, obviously I'm speaking generally, but like I don't think there's anyone who doesn't work hard on these projects.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and
Totally.
doesn't put their whole blood, sweat, and tears into these, projects. So it is sad when, it doesn't work out. But again, it's nice to be recognized, but it's also like, hey, you still did good work.
Exactly.
Do not forget that.
Yeah.
Which I think is hard in a creative field to remember that, but just a reminder.
You gotta do your best.
Angels, right?
Yeah. I am happy though that the Eyes of Tammy Faye did win for hair, makeup and hair, and then Cruella won for costume design, which was awesome. The lady who came up for the speech was really cool, so I was like, nice.
Right? I got both of those answers right.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, I guess the elephant in the wonderful room of the Oscars. Will Smith and Chris Rock. Well.
Yeah.
I'm still slowly processing my thoughts. What did you think?
I mean, I thought it was planned at first.
Oh, especially when the punch or the slap happened, like where the camera angle was, it was a little weird.
It seemed like it could have been like a fake punch, right?
And then they cut off the sound on Chris, and then they cut to Will, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're like, this is real. Something's happening. Everybody panic.
Yeah, and for funsies, people, the uncensored version is already on YouTube.
Oh, great!
It has a million views. But it's interesting.
Boy.
I don't know what angle this one was shot at, but at least the video clip we watched for the uncensored version, the angle where they actually show the punch, you can, like, if they show
he
that
makes
angle,
contact,
you're like, oh,
ooh,
like that's not fake.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they got around that, but I think it's also there's a delay, isn't there, when there's even live performances?
Usually, yeah, there's a delay. Yeah.
So I think they were able to.
Yeah.
Quickly, because I didn't notice there was
but obviously,
a weird click.
Yeah. Obviously, he's because I could kind of read his lips a little bit, and he basically said, "Keep my wife's name out of your mouth."
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff. The whole process was so strange because, and I mean, by the time this podcast comes out, I'm sure there'll be tons of speculation, or maybe they'll already have some sort of statements that have come out and things like that. But. Mm-hmm. It was just such a weird turn of events that happened all at once. Like, he made that comment that it was meant to be a joke, and then you could just see, like, in the shot, she's rolling her eyes.
Did not
but
like
Will
that.
Smith is laughing. So I don't know if he just, like, didn't realize what was being said, and then looked at his wife, and then realized what happened, and then was like, that's not right. Mm-hmm. And then, went to stand up for her and stuff like that. Yeah. And then in my head, too, I was thinking, because I saw her roll her eyes, and I'm like, I wonder if they have, like, beef outside of all this? Because, like, the way she looked at him, the way she just kind of reacted kind of seemed like, oh, here he goes again, being a dick kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. She just seemed really, like, annoyed and disgusted, as if she's just kind of... He's done that before to her? I don't know, but...
Maybe. Right, so I dum-dum. I didn't know, because I noticed, like, she's had her head shaved for many years, but she has, oh my god, I can't think of what it's called. But
scalp condition.
Yeah, the disease that, like, your hair just falls out in chunks.
Yeah.
So I think just to make it easier, like, she just shaves it off. So, I mean, it was a little tacky for Chris Rock to make kind of a joke like that. Mm-hmm. And again, you could argue it's like, oh, well, they were making some other, like, offensive jokes. And I was like, yeah, that's fair. Mm-hmm. But I think what really sealed it for Chris's fate was when, she rolls her eyes. Yeah. And really, like, he should have just been like, oh, sorry, like, that was, like, a low blow. But instead, he kind of doubled down. He was like, it wasn't that bad. And I'm like, bro, like, it doesn't matter at that point. Like, if she didn't like it, you can't just be like, well, your fault. It's like, no, that's something, like, she's, like, you don't know what her struggles are with that. Like, you can't really make a comment on that. But,
right? And just, both parties didn't handle it the best, I think. Like, he didn't, like you said, he didn't try to, like, correct himself or apologize or anything. After Will Smith punched him and everything like that, he just kind of stood there and stunned, but, I mean, obviously, rightfully so. Well, hello, Arnie.
Hi,
Special guest Arnie just decided to come up on...
Oh, that's okay. We like Arnie.
But, Yeah, so he probably should have been like, okay, all joking aside, I'm sorry, that was rude. I
Yeah.
apologize to you. And Will Smith probably should have maybe not gone up and slapped him. I feel like I
Yeah.
personally I thought he was better than that, but again, I don't know how I
Yeah.
would act in that situation. What was going on in his head, but I feel like
Yeah.
the ideal thing would be to take him aside backstage and be like, dude, that was low, like maybe can you make
And
a
then you
public
can kick his ass
apology?
backstage.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. Yeah, apologize correctly. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
What was my thought? I'm sorry, I cannot remember anything. Apparently my brain is just fried. But there was a YouTube video that I watched ages ago, and they had a really interesting quote about like dark comedy and like how to approach it. And this example that they used was like a person at the guillotine, get their head chopped off. If they make a joke about their circumstance, that is dark comedy because they're the ones going through it. But if you are a bystander and you're doing the same thing to the person on the guillotine, it's not really dark comedy. That's just cruel.
Being mean, yeah.
Right? And I think in this case, that was just a little mean.
Yeah,
Again,
I agree.
like, were there more other offensive little jokes? Yeah, sure. You could argue
like
that.
Amy Schumer commenting on Jennifer Lawrence.
I didn't know what the fuck that was about.
Because she was pregnant, so I think that's what she was referring to, is the fact that she gained weight because she was pregnant. But obviously, I don't think many people took that.
They
didn't make the connection. So
and again, yes, like comedy, ever changing, and it's hard because like it is like comedy is like sometimes crossing the line, but I think again, what Chris Rock did that was incorrect was he doubled down, and he shouldn't have.
Exactly. And I noticed too, like they showed a reaction shot of Maya Rudolph later on. And again, this is all just like live happenings. So who knows after the fact, right? Or what was actually going on. But she didn't look very impressed because I know she's good friends with him. At least as far as I know, they work together a lot. Like they've been in projects together, right? But she did not look very impressed. So yeah.
And then of course, like, I don't know, to give kudos to Amy Schumer, she goes, did something happen? Did
I miss something?
like literally, like, I don't know about you, but at home we paused and we're like, what the fuck just happened? Like after everything, So then for her to say that, I mean, again, ballsy, but like at that point we were all just like, oh, this is so uncomfortable. Can we just move past it? And she's just like, did I miss? It's like, no.
Yeah, right. You're just waiting. You're like, someone's gonna say something and it's gonna tip somebody else off. And then she like fist bumps Tiffany Haddish too, and I was like,
oh, I was
like, we're really teetering here. We're like, we're just teetering.
I was just like, no, please, no.
Yeah.
And again, I assume, because Diddy said he'd fix everything. So.
Well, Anthony Hopkins too, like I gotta give him props. He came up on there and he's like, let's just let there be peace, let there be joy, let there be quiet. And I'm like, that's the classy way to do it.
And then of course the last, like, I don't know, 45 minutes, they just cut to Will Smith every fucking time.
Oh, and he's right.
And I mean, he held himself for the rest of the Oscars really well, but that's also just. And I get it's for obviously clickbaity stuff for later, but man, just like leave him alone. Like he clearly fucked up. Chris Brown fucked up, or Chris Brown. Yeah, Chris Brown really fucked up. But no, Chris Rock. Sorry.
Chris Rock.
Can we just? I just wanted to move on. I was like, this is uncomfortable. Like, yikesies. Big old yikesies.
But clearly they stopped the after show because there was supposed to be an after the red carpet ceremony after the Oscars,
really?
And it was American Idol after that. So clearly they didn't.
The media
did not want to. Yeah. Oh, really? The media obviously did not want to risk what questions might be asked or comments might be made.
Yeah.
So
let the two parties work it out.
Yeah.
We'll
hear about it in a couple of days.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But I'm trying to think. We were all excited they were going to do a Don't Talk About Bruno live segment.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did the remix in the middle. My mom was like, leans to me, that's not in the song. I'm like, no.
Oh, with Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, this isn't in the movie. What's happening here?
I mean, fun times, but I think
yeah.
we were all just like, we want the soul. But,
Yeah.
whatever. That's like a small, minor, like, lame complaint,
Yeah.
the Oscars.
I think one of my kind of like nitpicks would be, and it really wasn't that bad. It's just like when they were doing the in memoriam thing. I think they were trying to keep it like more of like a celebration of life, but I just found some parts of like the gospel choir singing felt very corny to be playing while they were doing like the in memoriam stuff. But I mean, I think they were trying to keep it jovial. They were trying to like, keep it a celebration of life, which I get, but there was just in some bits where it just felt too happy when we were supposed to kind of be reflecting on the people we lost. Yeah.
I didn't much care to cut to Bill, and I love both Bill and, Jamie Lee Curtis, but I could have lived without that. I actually honestly like didn't mind the gospel choir. Because normally it's always like a weird, very sad song.
Yeah.
And of course everyone's like, oh, it's bathroom time. Let's all get up. Where for once I was kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously different strokes for different folks. Or
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I found it wasn't and enlightening.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It just, I guess I just for being what you expect an in memoriam to be, I was like, this feels a little too happy. But it was very minor. Out of everything that happened, very minor. So,
right?
Yeah.
Also, Kevin Costner's thing was way too long. Or am I crazy? Like, that was way too long.
He was being very, very dramatic, for sure.
Right? I was like, I'm sorry, we cut off fucking Drive My Car guy for saying one sentence, but we're going to let him have a monologue? I'm like, no. Ridiculous. And of course, maybe it's just because the drinks were hitting me, but me and my friends, because he says, like, I swear he says adult film. So all of us are like, I'm sorry, you were 7 years old and you snuck into a porno. So that makes it really weird when he's doing this long wind, and we're like, for a porno? And then finally was like, oh, is it just a regular picture?
It was a Western, yeah.
Yeah, we were just like,
yeah, because he was introing the best directing awards, right? Yeah, because I believe he either won or was nominated because he directed Dances with Wolves back in the day. Yes. So I think that's where that whole bit kind of came from.
Right. That was something. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I liked what they did, little highlights of like 20, 30 years, and had like little mini reunions. I thought that was really sweet. That was
pretty cool, yeah.
But I could have lived without 20 million miles of fucking Kevin Costner's little dialogue. Whatever. Minor nitpicks. That guy, I would have started playing the music on. Like, I didn't announce anybody. I don't care. Get off the stage.
I got a kick out of Josh Brolin and Jason Momoa at the beginning when they were talking about and what's her face? Regina Hall. She comes over and she's like, we have to do a COVID pat down. And he's just like, yeah, I've been nominated for sound. And he burps just before the that was so funny.
That was top.
That's pretty good.
That's why Dune won for sound.
Right? Yep.
Although I had a small discussion, well, it was a quick discussion just because the Oscars were on, and my friend's like, well, what is sound? And I was like, honestly, I think it was broken up into at least two or three more categories. Mm-hmm. So I thought sound effects was its own thing. Was it not, or am I crazy?
I think so, because I remember sound mixing used to be one.
Yes. Was it sound mixing, sound design?
Yeah.
And then sound effects?
Sound effects, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But they did say that they cut a lot of categories this go round, so.
Okay. Maybe that's
because that's what I just noticed people were commenting, saying that they did cut a lot of categories out of this one, so.
Oh, yeah, because I guess we went through less than a month ago. We went through the nominations. I guess, there wasn't any on there, was there?
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. That's weird. I mean, I get that's not obviously everyone's favorite categories, but like, that's somebody's favorite category, man.
Yeah.
I wonder why they cut it. I wonder if it was just because it was like, well, we don't have enough things to be nominated for this category, so maybe we'll just cut it.
Maybe, or they just wanted to kind of combine them overall.
I guess.
What had the best of all three, I guess, maybe.
The best of both worlds,
Best of both worlds. Yeah.
Right? Oh, my Lord. I do these late night ones. Apparently I'm just too tired.
Right? But I mean, I guess overall, considering I haven't watched the Oscars in the last couple of years, it was a decent show.
No. I was like, did I even watch last year's? You know? But honestly, this was fun. You know, being able to I think this is the most Oscars I've been the most prepared for ever.
Yes. Definitely.
You know? So that it was fun. Because, I mean, sometimes we'll watch some years and it's like maybe I've watched one movie and, of course, it's the Marvel movie that's up for the visual effects category.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a lot of time. So
it
was nice to have this time to kind of slate that out. So
yeah. And, I mean, I enjoyed a good handful of the movies that were nominated this year. There's been some years where it's only been, like you said, 1 or 2 films that you see because it's either, like, the Marvel film or just, like, whatever the big one everybody's talking about. But, yeah, there was a good handful of movies that I actually enjoyed this year. So that's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And again, we'll continue to watch after the fact because, you know, I really want to watch them.
And maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like we were given more opportunity to watch said movies before the Oscars than in previous years, which was nice.
Like it. Yeah.
Yeah. We had more access to them, which was nice.
Oh. Okay, one last thing as we wrap up. Okay. That top 5 movie moments, I'm sorry, that was garbage.
Oh, yeah, right?
Like Matrix, yeah, that made sense. Like
my mom also said she didn't like that either. She's like, there's so many other ones they could have picked. Why did they... I'm like, okay, Spider-Man, obviously, because it's like the most recent.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For sure. The
Matrix,
the Matrix, yeah, I can get that.
I'm trying to remember the other ones now.
Dreamgirls was one.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then the Justice League was the last one.
Yeah, that was one that stuck out because I was like, I'm sorry, I love you, DC. I love you, Flash, but no. That is not the top best. What?
Most memorable? More like most like put me to sleep.
Got him!
I just remember that scene being so...
Right? Honestly,
so slow, and I'm like, oh my god, is this over yet?
If they had even picked the one where he's running around and Superman is turning his head at the same time,
yeah,
I maybe would have cut it like 2% slack. But as it stands, no. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The people who voted at home, you were wrong. You were so wrong. I love DC, but you were just wrong.
Yeah.
Like, out of, like...
There's so many more. Like, and really 5? Like, come on. Only 5?
Again, I get obviously push for time, so 5, that's fine, but like...
Yeah.
What? Anyway. Not to stress, but yes, I think you said it best. You know, I enjoyed it. I had fun. I'm hoping maybe next year I'll do another little Oscar party and do another Oscar pool.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
That's the dream, baby.
Yeah.
But, gosh, I think that'll wrap us up for today's episode. Yeah, if this episode's rough, it's because it's a rush. It's a express order episode.
It's our immediate reactions after the ceremony. They just happened, but obviously when you guys see this, it'll be Tuesday already.
Yeah, so cut me some slack. That was the yawn. It is past, I say past my bedtime, but that's a lie.
That's a lie.
It's past somebody's bedtime, so time to wrap it up.
It's past Arnie's bedtime. He's passed out down here beside me here. So
it's past Arnie's bedtime, so we gotta wrap it up. Thank you for watching today's episode. Let us know in the comments what your favorite Oscar moment was.
Yeah.
Give us a like because Coda won Best Picture. And it
yeah.
Give us all the likes. And please subscribe. We would really super appreciate it. Especially since my friend took the time to reset up my mic system and set up a light. So
yeah, shout out to Josh.
Yeah. Follow him on Twitch on Myers Things. You have to now subscribe to there and here. Now. But yeah, hope you have a happy Tuesday and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Monkey.